And welcome to episode 8 of the Entertaining Diversion podcast. Thank you to Curtis for our little musical introduction.
I try my best.
I'm Beazley, and joining me at the table, as I've just said, is our good buddy old pal Curtis. To my
Got my name there, didn't you?
no, I was trying to work out. So to my right, and then on my left, playing his Nintendo Switch, the Maddie.
Matthew.
What are you playing, Maddie?
What are you playing tonight, Maddie?
What are you playing?
Because we all know the answer to this one.
Switch doesn't have any games.
Switch doesn't have any game.
Mario Kart is a game.
Mario Kart?
Hey.
So yeah, this is episode 8.
8.
I even remembered that.
Jesus.
I even remembered that.
About 8 of these things already? My God.
I know.
I don't want to be on any of them, and I think I've been in about
I think
Maddie,
you've
you haven't-
actually, officially, I think you've actually been in more than Kyle.
Absolutely, Kyle's only been in one.
Two.
Maddie prefers to be behind the camera. I don't know why. He's got such a face for television. I don't know.
This is my third one in a row,
Maybe-
so I've absolutely been in more than Kyle.
Is this your third in a row?
Yes.
Wow. Do you know what this
I'm
is?
so fucking pissed off before.
Do you know this? Officially, this is my 8th.
Yes, it is. And it's
And-
the first one Sean's missed out.
I know, it's the first one. Hi, Sean. How you going?
Hey,
Fucking run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So yeah, no.
Yeah, my God.
So,
So
what do you want to?
So what?
So what? You look so confused, Beazley. What was it? What were we talking about today?
That's just normal.
What are we talking about today?
What are we
What's
talking about
the plan,
today?
Beazley? What's the plan?
Shut up.
Well, well, let me tell you. The thing you got to remember. No.
I think
Oh,
they would
see what he
actually
set in motion.
crawl across the table to me.
I don't know. But like, there's lots of things we could talk about. If you're talking current news and stuff.
What's new?
What's new in your life?
What's new with Beazley?
Well, not
Let's-
with
let's
me.
take
Well,
a
what's
peek.
new with me? I'm working this weekend. That's exciting.
Oh my god.
That's not really new though. It's May.
No.
I don't know.
4th, actually.
It is May the 4th. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but this won't come out on May the
It
4th.
doesn't matter. It's May the 4th.
Okay,
right
so
now.
we're in spirit. We're going. It's May the 4th, but this is probably.
Spirit, it is actually May the 4th.
This is being recorded on May the
This
4th.
is legitimately May the 4th.
When is this actually coming out? The 8th, 7th, 8th,
Yeah.
8th, whatever. Sunday. It's Sunday. This has gone out on a Sunday. I don't know. There's lots of things on the news. That's exciting. The Queen. There was an emergency call. The Queen.
The Queen.
She's still alive. Hang on.
I mean,
As of this recording,
She's still alive. As far as we're aware, to this eve.
Have you heard about that? Well, you probably don't. I'd say Maddie doesn't.
Maddie doesn't care about the Queen because he's a goddamn heathen.
I only look at news filtered for Australian news.
And even that does not
Yeah,
excite you.
I was gonna say. So so they've called an emergency meeting or something. She's called all of her staff, and
Was that something to do with the French paparazzi? Because of what happened with Kate?
I don't know
I saw that a photo of her baby was put on the interwebs.
whose baby.
Her baby.
Her baby, Kate's.
The Queen's baby.
Kate's. You son of a bitch.
Kate's. Which one?
Fucking
She only has
baby,
one?
you
I thought she's got
goddamn-
two.
She's got a toddler and a baby. And
Oh, well, that's
and
it.
he
So
said-
that shows how-
And he said her picture, which means it's the girl. Which means
I don't know. I
it's the
don't follow
youngest.
the royals. All I knew was the Queen. The Queen was in trouble. The
The
Queen.
Now Beazley's the heathen.
All I knew was the Queen was in trouble, and they called everybody, and it's like, we're all gonna have this big meeting.
Well, let's
thing.
be honest. She just has to sneeze, and it's usually big trouble right there.
Yeah, but she had the flu back at Christmas.
Mm.
Oh,
She's
both of them did.
she's a very strong
What's his
lady.
name? Philip. Is it Philip?
Very strong lady.
Franco? Did you hear the news about Philip?
I did hear the news about Philip
What happened to
DeFranco.
Philip
So I don't
DeFranco?
want to talk about it.
Okay. Cut a long story short, Philip DeFranco's got a new channel he's doing. Is that correct?
No. It's,
I'm wrong. See, I'm way off with the news.
No, it's similar.
This is now the Maddie podcast.
His own. What do they call the companies that run YouTube channels? Again?
Oh, producer.
Like
What?
a network.
Oh, like
He's
a pro-
running
like
his
a-
own, YouTube network.
Ah.
And things like that. So, but on a much smaller scale.
So a distributor. Yeah, okay.
And he's built his own studio and everything.
Nice.
It's pretty nice.
Awesome.
I'm not like actively a Philip DeFranco fan, but when I watch his videos, like the one we watched, he made that video that I showed you about the octopuscus thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Philip DeFranco is really good at like topics like that and just like putting all the facts out there. And,
Nice.
I quite like his videos. There was that
Here's
whole
to you, buddy.
thing recently with that YouTube channel of the parents who prank their kids.
Oh,
That controversy.
they got in heaps of shit. Like,
What was that about?
so there's this YouTube channel, and basically they put up videos of them doing all sorts of just terrible pranks to their kids. But it went too far, and now they're getting like, I think they've had their kids taken away. Yeah,
Her sister came in and
like they've had the kids.
had emergency custody of her children.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's how.
So
bad
this
it
is
got.
why you've got to be really careful what you put out on the internet.
Yeah, because it's all fun and games until.
Rap battles and stuff.
What?
One day,
No.
one day you all
No.
understand.
No, we will not be doing any rap battles.
I wasn't saying a rap battle. Like,
That's a rap
oh,
battle.
okay. Fair enough. Content. Yeah, no. So that's a thing.
Well, that's news to me. Like, because I had internet. I had internet ages, so
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, see, like I find that like so my default for my internet browser is like it just comes up with a thing that's like 9 MSN or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah,
And you just get this random. That's how I keep up with the news. Like I don't sit down and watch the 6 o'clock bulletin and go, oh, you know, time to sit down with my newspaper, and my slippers.
Actually, I do that. I feel like such an old man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And
I was like, the news is on.
no,
I better
but
watch this. As a
hang
kid,
on
I was like, no.
hang on a minute. So
No.
you. What do you mean no? So no, I have to point this out. So the de facto thing in my or description of me is that I'm an old man.
Yes.
But yet I wouldn't say that I do the most old
man
man things.
Curtis is more old than you.
But like it's just based purely on age.
But then you could purely just say that it's because I'm British, like, and we just age really quickly.
But the Queen's 91 and she doesn't look old for 91.
Oh yeah, we age well. I'm just saying we
Oh.
age quickly.
Oh, so you just suddenly turn into a prune, but you're a good-looking prune.
It's literally as soon as you like hit 12, that's it. It's off. It's pipe.
You know what we should
pipe
do?
in mouth, slippers on feet, dressing
we
down.
should take a photo of you now, and then in 26, yeah, that's good maths. 26 podcasts time, which is a year,
Yeah.
providing we don't skip a week because I was
Yep.
working or anything stupid like that. Sorry. We could then go, right, let's see how much you've aged. But see, the problem with that is that the podcast doing that is also very aging. So do we just take him out of the podcast now and put him back in like 26 episodes? Here's a before
Hello
and
guys,
after.
I've returned.
Yeah, but it's funny, like
Vlad the Impaler. Hello, I am back.
so you're saying British people... But every British person I've seen doesn't look old.
I told you, we age, but we just age well.
We
We
age
age.
just age, like mentally.
We're an old soul kind of people.
Ah.
Buddy buddies, as they like to be called. I'm sure they love being called that.
I know, like, I don't know. I haven't spoken to my countrymen for a long time.
Well, let's get one on the phone. No. Let's call the Queen. See how she's going.
Hello, ma'am.
God. So yeah,
Australians.
Spice Girls movie.
oh god.
Oh, not that, please.
So we're officially.
Anything but that.
How many days will it be away from Sunday? E3.
Oh, so many Sundays.
So
it's,
many
it's
Sundays,
40.
so
It's
many
40
Sundays.
today. So it'll be.
It's about 5 Sundays.
So what?
4 or
It's
5 Sundays.
4 or 5 Sundays. So a couple more podcasts.
By the time it goes out, it'll be like a month till E3.
Okay, so it's about a month to E3, so that's cool. So we'll be doing stuff for that. And then I don't know.
Like pooping our pants.
I mean, like, what have we been up to? What have we been doing? I know Maddie does nothing because that's apparently what he tells me half the time. But
Yeah, but Matt does things.
He does
but
things,
he
he doesn't
doesn't
want to talk about
think he. That just sounds sus.
like, what Maddie does in Maddie's time is Matty's time.
Okay.
Made no sense, but it made sense in my head. Okay.
We need to put like a translation down the bottom.
I know. Look, Maddie does stuff, but he doesn't like to I don't know.
I love how we're talking.
Myself.
I was about to say, I love how we're talking about him as if he's not here.
I always do that.
Have a conversation.
I always talk about people like in like the third person, like away from them.
So we okay. All right. Well, look. Usually, I get told off for talking about our content. Let's talk about content. Seeing Sean's not here, let's talk about content. So, and games we've just been playing as well. So, like, we've played an awful lot of Mario Kart, and Matt can attest to me playing Mario Kart against CPUs is me going off my nut downstairs with every expletive under the sun coming out of my mouth. But the best thing is you've got to watch our 2 Mario Kart Let's Plays because Sean's competitive nature comes out in full force and it's fucking hilarious. So make sure you watch those.
Was he there for those ones?
Who?
Sean.
Was he?
No, he wasn't.
No.
It was Kyle.
It was Kyle. Okay, so Sean's not in those videos, so ignore that.
I mean,
we need to do one with Sean because we've played with Sean outside of, because we play video games outside of making content. Is that just as a group? Because there's other times when I'm playing it and... Okay. Well then. Then what the fuck was I swearing at downstairs on my own then? Okay, so take back... So Sean wasn't in that video. God, I wish he was, because that was awesome.
Yeah, we should have recorded that, right?
We really should have recorded that. See, recording things in hindsight is an amazing thing.
I know, right?
But yeah, no, it's still, trust me, those 2 videos are really, really good. They are actually good. And
I mean,
battle mode's awesome.
I thought to be a hardcore person who doesn't really play Mario Kart and have the motion sensor on, big mistake. So yeah,
it was fun though. It was good fun.
Lessons for next time.
Lessons for next time. What are you
ignore
talking
me.
About? We make it even harder next time.
I'm really depressed that firstly I assumed Sean was in that video, and the sad fact of the matter is A, he wasn't, and B, I'm the one that edits it.
Yeah, this is why we call you old man.
Old man Beazley. Forget
senility setting in.
Forgetting where he put his keys. That old man Beazley.
Hello, Grandpa, old friend. I do forget where my keys are. I can't now because they're sitting over there. I can see them from here.
See, my mother recently bought me before I went on my trip, she bought me a actual jar to keep all my shit in. It says, keep your shit together, literally on it. So
I have a jar of shit.
A jar of shit.
So it's like a jar, but it's like
it's a tray.
You know how you have
it's a tray.
You know how you have in your kitchen a junk drawer that's just full of just everything. Yeah. It's that, but it's a tray. It's a tray.
It's that we live with Beazley, so we don't have a junk drawer.
Oh, we do. That's actually
I open every drawer and they're all neat, and Beazley's like, this is the junk drawer. See, there's a bit of rubbish in the corner.
It's got like labels all attached just to like little specific. My mum did that. To the house.
No, actually, in my defence, I've never done that, and the only house I lived in where that ended up being a thing was my other house that I lived with Zach.
What are we talking about now?
Labeling things. And Zach went on this nutty spree of labelling all the cupboards in the thing. But the problem with that is, that only works if you put the stuff back in the right cupboards. Mm-hmm, yeah. So you go to the cupboard and say, utensils. Saucepans. Brilliant. And just shut the door and then start yelling and screaming. Why is this a thing? Now my OCD's kicking in. Now I have to clean the cupboards out. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm OCD. I can't help it. It killed me over Easter because Easter's my biggest weekend for my business, and there was no method to the madness. And it's bad. I'm a clean freak, but it's bad, and know that I've had minimal time and minimal sleep where Matt has felt obligated to mop the floor.
Well, it's because I'm also a clean freak, but not an anal clean freak. So I'm a clean freak of not going crazy, and I don't like to use
In saying that, it was bad.
Bleach and stuff, but I walked into the kitchen and
I don't
sticking to the ground to it, and then I pick up my cat and her paws are just black.
Picked up the cat and peeled it off the floor. You can hear this tearing sound.
Just attach the stick to the cat and just
start
start mopping the floor away.
And then the second day I dealt with it when I made breakfast, and then dealt with it when I made lunch, and then I had to come back and do something else.
It was one of those moments I thought, all right, if the floor's a little bit grubby, it's okay. As long as I clean all the benches down that it's still functional, I'll get away with the floor being a little bit grubby. But trust me, it was the hardest thing. I was getting in the car, I'm I really want to get a mop. And I really want to clean that.
I'm so bad because I have moods, and it's I can only clean when I'm in a good mood. Since they're like 2 and far between in my house.
I clean when I'm not in a good mood.
Really?
I see. I'm the same. If I'm grumpy, I'm like, I gotta do something. Otherwise, I'm just gonna.
See, I fester.
Not grumpy as in good mood. Like when I'm getting in a rut or like in a state of depression, that's when I'll start cleaning. Definitely not an outward source of anger. Anyway.
See,
so he's outwardly cleansing to cleanse his insides.
When I feel like I'm being lazy too much, or if I'm playing too many video games, or I'm just in a bit of a rut, it's like, you know what, time to get my shit sorted, time to clean up and fucking...
I fester. Like, I'll do it if I'm happy or in a good mood. I'll start cleaning because I think, I should actually get this done. And if I'm in an angry mood, then I'm the same way. If I'm pissed off, I'll be like, I need to do something to my mind problem. But when I'm sad or I'm upset or I'm depressed, it's like I don't really want to do anything.
Do you
just kind of let it?
Do you find
that, but for me, cleaning's like a way of trying to fix my depression.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, but
I'm down. Like, what the fuck can I do to fix this?
Okay.
How can I make my life better?
This is either
like I'm washing the essence of my soul.
this is Jesus. This is either going to make me look really sad or you're going to agree with me. So this is going to be an interesting one. See, I find great satisfaction when it's all clean. It's like, this is awesome. Yeah, it's clean. It's nice, tidy. Like the best time for me, and it's really sad, is when we have our regular routine house inspection things because we rent.
Yeah. Is
the day of the inspection and everything's done and it's just clean.
Good for Beazley because he doesn't have to live with this guy called Beazley. Who just goes on a fucking crazy cleaning.
I'm just imagining being wrapped in like garbage bags like around it like with the broom in one like sling and then like a mop in the other, like war paints. Like,
hey.
Fucking glad wrap so they don't drop any more fair on the ground.
It's just as he's just walking by, he's got like 2 air fresheners like hanging off his belt, like spraying continuously behind him.
I'm not a gunslinger with like air wick.
But I completely get it though, because when I used to live at home, the times where I would like my room would just get so messy and like it wouldn't really bother me much, but then I would get home and my mum would go through my room and just clean everything.
No, but
it'd be amazing.
See, I would do the opposite at home. I'd clean up other people's rooms because they're no fun.
I don't clean anybody else's room. I don't go anywhere near it. Because if that's the case, Kyle's room, I'd spend every living second in that room keeping it clean.
You're back in my floor.
See, I can clean. I can clean.
Yeah, but it was like, but that was.
Do
you want to
opening a closed door?
Do you want to know the sad fact of the matter is, Maddie? I didn't necessarily vacuum. Oh God, this is gonna make me look so sad. I didn't necessarily
test out his new vacuum cleaner. Was that the scenario? I know the perfect place to do it. Matthew's cat fur.
So, story is, I bought a new vacuum cleaner.
You really look cute.
I bought a new vacuum cleaner. This is bad. The first podcast that I'm sort of trying to I'm getting belittled here.
I would agree with you. I
bought this new vacuum cleaner, and it was mainly because the other one had just virtually wouldn't even suck dust up off the floor at all. Like it was stuffed. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy a vacuum cleaner with a power brush thing on it. And it was like, and it wasn't, and it's no sling off to this cat here, but I thought, well, help Matt out because Riku sheds like there's no tomorrow. I was going to say that this is why after every podcast I have to wash this because there's usually a layer of like Riku,
an entire cat just like
she leaves her mark on every podcast, and it's like I'm like, where's the room that I can test the power pet brush thing on? I know, Kyle's not home, Matt's not home. I won't disturb Kyle because he was sleeping. I'll go up and vacuum Matt's room. And I'm like, going along. And then it's like, it was this great satisfaction of like emptying the thing out. And there's this like clump of Riku. And it's like, and it was a clump. Like it was like this. Like,
it was a whole cat.
And it's like, oh my God. Like, it's just like when you shampoo carpets. Like, you think, oh, the carpet looks clean. You shampoo it, and it's like the water is black. It's like,
holy crap, this was not clean at all.
So, yeah, no. I could have vacuumed any other room in the house, but yeah, Matt's room was the testing ground.
That's one of the reasons I love cleaning, is just after I clean for a day or two, I'll have a pretty cat fur free bedroom. Just sheets not covered in cat fur on the floor.
Mine's the dust. I get so much dust in my room.
Dust is a little bit annoying, but cat fur sits on
The
top of that
worst,
dust.
what I find is, this is why, see, it's like a disease. You know when you buy something and you're like, all right, especially if it's something you want to put on display.
Yeah.
You buy something and you're like, all right, where do we want to put it? All right, here's a spot. Then you go to move everything and there's all these circles where these things were. So then you're like, oh, fuck, now I'm going to wipe that down. And the moment you start doing that, it's like, oh God, if this shelf's like it, the shelf below it's going to be like it. And there's this process of like, oh my God. So then I go like wandering through the house, finding, you know, things to dust and yeah. But see, this
I
is...
just don't have the patience for that. Like, I can clean my room to a standard, but I could never get it to like how my mother did it.
See, I make my bed... See, my mum... And that's probably why I am as clean freak as I am. My mum is obsessive. She's worse than me. And like, even right down to your bed must be made, this must be done. And that's why like my bed is made. I think in a calendar year, I think there might be once or twice where I've not gotten to make my bed. My bed is always made, sheets pulled tight.
What a waste of time.
I don't understand that.
But then I you know what? It's sad because then I walk back. I'm like, and then I can walk off and go.
The thing is, the sad thing for
I
me.
feel
The
satisfied.
sad thing for me though is that I don't understand why people do it, but when they do it, and I do get in a freshly made bed, it is so nice.
It's fantastic.
It's so nice.
Clean, not freshly made. That first night of just putting fresh sheets on, fucking amazing.
Yeah, no.
But tidying your bed, I don't
There's
really
no
get
But
it.
see, I like to walk into my room and go, oh, the bed's made. And then usually, see, Kyle's got a bad habit of, if he's awake when I've just made my bed, he'll just come sprinting into my room and throw himself onto my bed, just as I've got it. And it's like, and then he just goes, and then run off, and I'm like... And then he starts laughing because he can hear me like making it.
There's a difference between a made bed, like just putting the quilt back on properly, and like if you've left your bed so long where the sheets start coming off the mattress and you don't even bother putting those back on. That's a line that you shouldn't fucking cross. The mattress should always have the cover perfectly nicked off.
Yeah, but you know what's really odd about all of that?
And I do it. Like I'm not saying.
Oh, I do it too. Like I'm the worst one for that.
Yeah,
I get to a point where I'm just like, it literally is hanging by a thread. I'm just like, I should
Just-
fix that, but I'll do it.
I won't tuck it in. I'll like pull it up so it's at least
just
covering
pull it
the
up.
mattress
It's
and
just-
then-
There we go.
It's just really bizarre though. Like, there's some mornings you get out and you get out of bed, and it's like you mustn't have moved at all in that night. Like the other side of the bed is like fairly flat and whatever else.
It's just an impression.
You know, you've just like. And then there's other nights, or you get up in the morning and you wake up and like the sheets are on the ground. There's like half the quilts hanging out the bottom. You're like, what the fuck was I doing? Like thrashing around like some sort of fucked up demon child. But yeah, like, well, we lasted 20 minutes or so before she decided to.
It's alright. People don't need to see it.
Well, it's up here. This is what you're watching, right here. I could put a digital one down the bottom there. No.
The main reason I like to make my bed is because otherwise cat fur gets under the quilt.
Yeah.
Like, so it's all on the mattress at the
Yeah.
end of the bed. So at the very least, if the far end of my bed, if the quilt is over that side properly, then Riku can sleep on it and I don't have to have cat fur
Whereas-
fly so much everywhere. But
I don't know. I mean, you'd know more than what I do, but Yuna doesn't seem to molt.
no, not really. Not to the extent that...
Oh, she
I think
you can find tumbleweeds.
Riku's an old cat though, so she'll mold a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, you'll find tumbleweeds of her on the stairs. Like, you'll be climbing, there's like a clump. So, not sure if she's groomed herself or was attacked by the kitten. Like,
Maybe a bit of a column A, a bit of a column B, I don't know.
so, but yeah. Yeah, I'm a clean freak. I can't help that one.
That's fine.
Um,
There's worse things in life.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah. See,
At least you don't like to collect cat
in my-
skulls like Nanny Bear.
well, you know, in my
Blocks of cat fur.
Good lord.
Everywhere.
one for every year. But in my defense, like, I have mellowed over the last few years. Like,
I mean, I can't say anything because, like,
I'm not as like,
so,
like I used to be really pedantic. Planning everything. Everything I do has to be completely 100% planned. And now it's like, I don't care. As long as my business side's alright, the rest of it, it's like,
We beat that into you.
whatever. But see, it's gone to the other end of the scale, because now it's just like, are we going to have tea? No, we're just not going to, because I just don't want to. Like, I've gone for one. Although, a little bit of an update, because from a podcast or two ago, I've cooked 4 times this week.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
That's
he knew
pretty
the
good.
podcast was coming.
No. No. I cooked. What I cooked? So Monday I cooked. What did we have Monday night? No, Monday night was Monday night when we went out. No, Sunday night.
Sunday night was, yeah.
What did I cook Monday night?
Monday night was when Sean came around. It was
Tuna mornay, and he lost his shit over the tuna mornay.
Well, his shit, but
Well,
as far as I'm concerned, he did.
he looked really sad. It was like, oh, tuna mornay, I don't like this.
I don't eat tuna.
Like,
I don't eat tuna.
you know when you sit and look. I mean, look, we all love and respect Sean
I mean,
so very much, but it's like,
Have we already recorded my rant of this? No, we haven't.
no, we haven't.
Anyway,
I wish we had because we could just play it back. Cut to the tape.
I mean,
no.
I don't like tuna more either, but like I wouldn't go out of my
But
way to
Sean
make it.
Sean was like, he reminded me of, you know, when you have like a 7 or 8 year old child and you put a meal in front of them and they go.
Yeah, my rant
really
was that
sad.
if you go over to somebody's house for dinner, you at least try the food because we're all adults here and the food's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh,
my
so it was one of those. It was one of those things that he's like, "Oh, come over." Did he not even ask what was for dinner?
No, and
What's the first thing you ask? Was like, "You want to come over for dinner? Oh, what are you having?"
but it was
Oh,
just-
I'm having. That's what the first thing because I know for a fact I'm a fussy eater. I'll admit that straight from the get-go.
I am as well. Like
I'm
when
terrible.
I was sitting, I don't like tuna at all.
Yeah.
in
So
saying
I
that,
was
like
I'll try it.
my defense of my tuna mornay is I don't kill it with tuna, like it's not drowned in tuna.
I just can't stand the smell. Like it makes me.
I don't like the smell. I don't like the fishy
Although-
taste. There's a reason I don't eat seafood at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Although I have to admit, this
But
tuna,
you're
this
right,
tuna
like,
mornay didn't even smell like
if-
tuna
if-
mornay. Really, it was more cheese than anything
if-
else.
If you're idiotic enough to not ask what's getting made, or if like, well, even that, like,
Yeah, but-
I've been to people's houses who they're like, "Oh, let me make you something to eat," and I'm like, "Okay," and then like being too like socially awkward to say like what I like and what I don't like, and they've given me something that I know that I specifically don't like, and I've just eaten it. I've scoffed it down, tasted nothing because I'm not even using my tongue to eat, but I'll just eat
Well,
it.
sometimes that's the thing anyway, is that when you do it like that, you kind of realize not as bad as I kept making it out to be in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like
see,
when I go to Dad's and I'll eat whatever the fuck he puts in front of me, I won't complain. I'll barely look at it. I'll shut the hell up.
yeah,
and
but
eat my fucking
in
dinner.
my defense with the
I
tuna,
didn't always do that.
in my defense with the tuna mornay, and the guy's not well. Actually, Sean should know this too. The only time I make tuna mornay, I love tuna mornay. Absolutely love tuna mornay. I don't like a lot of seafood, but I eat tuna mornay.
Well, you're cooking tea. So.
Now, but I make tuna mornay for work more specifically because I turn it into pies.
Yeah.
Like
Tuna mornay pie.
it has, the tuna mornay pie has become a really big seller. It sounds like a really odd thing, but it seems to work. So anyway, so I don't make it that often. So it's not like every week I'm going to Matt, guess what's for tea tonight? It's your favourite. Here's your tuna. It's like once a month.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, and it's usually a night when everyone's coming around because it's an easy dish to make for everybody and go here. And it's one of the few things that Kyle will eat and eat lots of. Like he loves tuna mornay. He buys frozen meal tuna mornay.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
I've
he's
seen him, yeah.
So anyway, but it was just this moment of like Sean being like a little kid, like I don't want this. And I was like,
We've
okay.
kind of gotten off topic anyway. My point wasn't specifically about the tuna mornay or about Sean. It's just about like
Etiquette.
a bit of etiquette and a bit of like
Courtesy, manners.
we can just be adults and at least like try something that maybe we didn't like at one
Yeah,
point.
just
in
have like a
our
mouthful
lives
and just be like, thank you, but like I just
because
don't
I
like
said
it.
that I was like, look, I don't like tuna. I sat down, I started eating. I'm like, you know what? I can almost not even taste the tuna in this. There's so little tuna and like just all pasta and cheese and everything. And I don't like peas either, but there were peas in there.
Yeah.
Corn's fine. But it's like, just have a mouthful. And like, no, it's not for me. I was right. Or, you know what? Maybe this is fine and I'll keep eating. Because there's plenty of food that I don't like, but then I won't refuse a meal regardless. Like, I hate mushrooms. And if there's mushrooms in spaghetti, I'll be like, well,
I don't like mushrooms.
So-
I have to eat this. Like,
we have
so-
a very
so-
unhealthy diet.
So we
lifestyle.
we had tuna mornay Monday night, and then Tuesday night we had kebabs and rice.
yeah.
Although I don't know if they're going to think what a kebab. What do you call them?
No, kebab.
Are they? What is it?
Yeah.
Would they?
Kebabs.
Is that a
He's on-
gender?
he's on-
Meat on a stick.
Yeah,
Meat on a stick. Well, you see,
which is kebab.
other places call kebabs like a gyros, which we call a gyros.
That's because they're
Calling
retarded.
it a fucking AB pack or something
Oh
stupid.
Jesus! Don't even go there. That's a whole nother conversation for another time.
That was the rant of the night. Sean was over.
Okay.
Actually, you know what an AB
All right.
pack is.
Do you know what an AB pack is?
An AB pack? No.
Okay, so basically,
I don't talk food.
all right, I'll
I don't
explain.
know what this was either.
I'll
I just
explain
looked at
to you
them like,
what
fuck
it is first, and then I'll explain what it means because it's called that.
Because they did neither. And I spent the whole time sitting there just going, what the fuck is this?
And then all of a sudden-
last thing I was told is what it actually was.
And the way I introduced it was so just sort of blunt to the point. They just looked at me like, "What?"
Oh, that too, I meant the very last sentence of our conversation was what the fruit actually is.
Oh yeah.
Because nobody was like, oh, it's...
So basically, it's gyros and chips, but you take the pita bread away, and you put all the gyros ingredients on the chips. So it's like a salad on the chips.
Yep.
So it's all layered up, and
So it's kind of like poutine.
and that's exactly what Sean said.
He's
Sean,
like, do you know what
he's
poutine
not here.
is?
Sean
And
said,
I
and
said, I don't fucking live in Canada. I don't know what that is. And he's like,
so I.
you know what it is.
So
I said, no, I just know poutine and Canada go together.
he knew what it was, but he didn't know that that's what they called it. Like
Okay.
they don't connect here. We don't
Who's
call.
Who's they, by the way? Is this guy?
Aliens.
So
Are we talking about actual like? Because
Canadians-
Euros is Greek, is it? Yeah.
Oh, so well, gyros is
It's
so they call
Greek
it.
food?
I think so.
Okay, I'm just.
It's Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, okay, we'll go with that.
Let's go with that. It's Mediterranean. I'm pretty sure it's Greek.
So they kept saying
So it's
Euros
like
and chips the whole conversation. Euros and chips, Euros and chips. And I was just getting so annoyed. And then the very last sentence was, no, it's a Euros and chips, but you take the...
I finally said it. You take the pita out of it because Matt was
Nobody said that. I'm like,
Matt was losing his mind. Like, why is it called an AB pack? It's a gyros and it's chips. Like, there's no middle ground here. Like,
They're like, no, Matthew.
now, so
Explain
picture
it.
that in your head.
Yeah.
So it's a bed of chips,
Yep.
and then your lettuce,
So the
tomato,
lettuce, all your
cheese, your
scrappy
meat,
stuff like that.
garlic sauce. Right.
Whatever.
It's not the most attractive, or it doesn't generally look the most attractive thing. It usually comes in a little metal tin with a lid over top, so by the time you peel the lid off, it all looks mashed together. So I never used to call it this. It's also known as an atomic bomb,
Another stupid name.
which, well, it's better than what the AB stands for.
Neither
But
is it.
an AB pack is that because it's named after an abortion.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And they're going, no! So they started Googling.
I didn't do it there. I believe you.
No, Sean goes, it can't be. And he starts like Googling it. And he's looking, he's like, oh my God.
People in the Mediterranean are fucked up.
No. All right, let me just clarify. They don't have it like this in Greece or the Mediterranean. It's more of I think, an Australian thing.
Oh, really? Then the Australians are fucked. Why do I live here?
Exactly.
Like, I don't see why it can't just be called like a
That's what made me
gyros,
so annoyed.
a gyros salad and chips or something, as opposed to some weird ass name.
Is it poutine?
What?
It's along the lines of that. It's the same idea where you've taken one thing and you've kind of like.
In fairness, when I was in Canada, poutine's actually really because I always thought it was just cheese curds and gravy. It's not just that. You can have. I had poutine chicken palmy. I had poutine like what else did I have?
I think the key components is some sort of gravy type sauce
Okay, so
and
it's
some
not
sort of
bad at all then.
cheese.
Yeah,
Poutine.
there should just be a name for it.
Poutine is usually it's usually like meat with a sauce on top of it. So like, oh that's right, butter chicken poutine. That was delicious. It was delicious. They had butter chicken on top of chips. It was delicious.
Diarrhea and
You don't put anything on chips except for occasionally gravy, but I don't like gravy. But I can stand.
I mean,
I can stand gravy on that.
You
I
can.
stand
I
shit.
don't mind dipping
It's just
chips
like,
in
believe
mayo.
me, believe it. Poutine actually was very delicious. I'm gonna just put that out there.
It's like when I go to.
But
a
I thought I
pub or
better
something,
clarify it's not
I
Mediterranean to call it an AB pack because that's. I'm
dumb Australian.
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's.
I mean-
Look, I apologise if it's not because I've just gone. It's another stupid Australian thing.
There's plenty of dumb things that I make up for anyway.
But yeah,
I'm glad it's the Australians saying this and not me.
But yeah, a lot of places. But you find like fish and chip shops and that call it an AB pack.
Yeah.
Whereas if you went somewhere else that did it more of a Greek style thing, I don't know what they call it. I actually don't know what the.
Hopefully something good.
I'm just gonna assume it was really it's just
They're
it's an
probably-
open gyros on chips.
They probably
Like,
look at you and go, why the fuck are you getting rid of why are you ruining a perfect gyros?
That's what I
It's-
said.
it's
just
kind
look
of-
at you like,
to
look
to
at
me,
you,
to me, it's kind of like a salad. Forget the chips. The chips don't make any sense. But if you just took it out and made a salad with that meat on top, it would make a bit of sense. But it's not. It's a weird combination.
So the best part of the gyros is the wrap and having it like all.
I like bread.
But see, I go the complete opposite. I like thin bread. I don't like that thick stuff. It's too.
I guess.
Gluggy.
I don't know. I like bread like thin, thick.
When I make I don't often. Even when we made it at the pub, I don't think we used that thick gyros-y type.
Because that stuff's hard to hold it together. Whereas you can use the big flat pitta things that we use to wrap.
Thinner wrap.
Yeah.
I mean, I like either or. It doesn't bother me.
They're both fine.
They're both
I prefer the thinner one. I think that's what we used at the pub.
I think I prefer thicker because I like because I don't eat a lot of salads, so I like to have substance. Whereas, like, obviously, if you're having salads and all this other stuff with it, then thinner would be better because you wouldn't be as filling.
Yeah.
But because I have usually just meat and sauce,
well,
it's like
why I like thin crust pizza. Because to me, I can then have more pizza.
Actually, I've been doing that lately. I've been buying the thin crust pizzas instead of the thick crust. Because you're right, you can eat a lot more.
Just tastes so good.
What were we talking about?
Oh no, because I was talking about what I've cooked this week, and then every time we get to a new day, we seem to be like
we go off into some food.
Because I was talking about kebabs and rice, and then we said about gyros, and then because I was
so second day you made a kebab and rice, was it?
Yeah. What did I do Wednesday?
Jesus Christ.
What did I do Wednesday?
Yesterday was Wednesday, and we fucking had something beginning with something.
We had.
We
had man.
You know what?
With man.
You know what?
The tray of man.
You know what the sad fact of the matter is with this. Because there's some.
Wait, you were eating. You were just eating that before, like when I got up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm the one who cooked it. We've eaten it all, and we still don't know what we're eating. It was a chicken stir fry with like vegetables and things in it, and then that's when Matt went on another one of his meals.
Yeah, I went on another rant. I started dishing my stir fry.
I don't like
this.
I don't like
I
that.
don't eat capsicum. And I just put my bowl back down.
I don't eat capsicum.
What did I say to you? I think I just went, I don't give a fuck. And just started eating mine, and Kyle was sitting there laughing.
Kyle didn't fully understand. I think he made me for a second. He thought I was being serious. Like, well, I don't like capsicum, but I'm joking here, and I picked it up and I kept eating.
Oh, because you're making a joke back to Sean.
Yeah.
I get it.
Pretty much every meal this week has been mocking Sean.
Because what was it tonight? It's
tonight. I've got spaghetti. I didn't actually make the spaghetti. Well, okay, we're not going down the rabbit hole of talking about how the spaghetti is prepared.
We've already done it.
We've done.
Let's not do that. But so we've got the legendary Mandy Holloway sauce.
I get to try this apparently.
And
Maddie's mum's cooking is godly.
She's good. Like she doesn't.
Anyway, Sean and Kyle are missing out on it.
Yeah,
Sean's
some
missing
more
out
for
on it
us.
because he cancelled on us. Kyle knows he's missing out on
But
it.
but he's happy. He'd be happy now if he knew, because Sean's not.
There
will be leftovers
for Kyle.
So shout out to Mandy for making awesome pasta sauce.
It's to you, Mandy.
And Sean cancelling means Kyle gets some. So
everybody's a winner except Sean.
Well, I don't know what he's eating.
Do I have to bleep her name? I was just thinking. Hang on. Well, no. Her name has been brought up in this. Your mum.
Yes, it's been brought up many times.
I was going to
The amount
say.
of times we've said,
I get really wary after the whole Kyle grandmother saga. It's like I'm like, oh god, I said somebody's name who's not in here.
the amount of times we've said people's names and said we should bleep it out, we never bleep it out.
We should bleep every single time we said Sean's name in this
Just erase him. Just erase him.
We should really.
No, you know what I should do? We should bleep every time his name comes out, and then have like a little counter every time we said his name in the corner. Like every time it comes up, it's like the Sean counter, and just a little face.
We need to have another Mario Kart session with him at some point.
Yeah, and we've got to record it.
Yeah.
The
reactions to that.
Like, honestly, like Kyle was the most competitive person I know.
Mm.
Sean gave Kyle a run for his money. Like, there's like, I've not seen Sean lose his shit as much as he did.
Well, a big part of it was how close he got to winning at some of those points. That makes it more angry. Like, it's not just that you're losing and it's like,
No.
whatever. It's that you come so fucking close to winning and then lose.
Do you want to know the satisfying thing about it, though,
frustrating.
Curtis? Do you want to know the really satisfying
What's the
thing?
really
So
satisfying
basically,
thing?
because it's not a video and I can't spoil it because it doesn't exist, basically, we went... it's here. We went to... we did a battle mode. And we got to the final match,
Best
right?
of 5.
And it was like, yeah, it was best of 5. And the score was like 4 points between... So it was like Matt was on 44, I was on 40, and I think Sean was on 42 or something like that. So it was like, whoever won this would have won.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
Sean, and I'll give him credit, Sean dominated the match from get-go. Like, for the first, 4 minutes of that match, he dominated it. In the last 20 seconds or so, we all ended up in the middle like this big sort of clusterfuck of bullshit, and he gets hit, right?
Yeah.
Loses all of his points, or a whole hell of a chunk of them.
Oh, really?
And Matt was the next one in line. So Matt won overall, right at the very last minute. But the icing on the cake here is, guess who hit him with the shell that caused him to lose? It was me. And he's like, fucking Beazley! Oh, I was winning that! Like, he went off his nut. Like, it was
Well, the big thing
it was
like,
hilarious. Like,
I had been winning all night, so it finally would have ended my streak if Sean had won that thing overall.
although there was that other, there was that,
Beazley beat him, and then I won.
yeah, like it was just like, and then so we did it. We did,
It's kind of like losing to the person that came second.
yeah, but like,
in a way, it's like you're fighting
But he
the
was like-
semi-final match for the main match. You lose
He
to
was-
the guy, and you go, you better not, and then they lose.
Well,
but it was like I was sitting there laughing. He's like, oh, you didn't win either. I'm like, I don't care.
At the start of that match, me and Beazley were fighting each other, and I was kind of like, we gotta fight Sean. Sean's like kicking around.
But no, it was good. And that and he jumped out of his chair when we were playing the Grand Prix. He won one race in one of the Grand Prix and like leapt out of his chair.
He
He was like ready to like spear tackle us out of the chair. Like,
Why?
just because he'd won. Like, the pure excitement of winning a race in Mario Kart was enough for him to like leap out of his chair like he'd won a fucking Oscar. Like, it was like... It's the first time I've seen him that animated playing a game.
It's nice, like, bringing out our competitive nature.
It was fun though. Like, it was good fun. But yeah, no. So definitely got to do another Mario Kart.
It was another joyful moment in my life.
Is
Memories.
I had fun when we played it. It was really
So we've also played, or Sean and I played Resident Evil. We've moved on to part 6. I think that came out a couple of days ago.
I heard that when swimming.
That game, like, just when you think you're getting used to it, oh god, no. Like, oh no.
This is why I stopped joining you
Yeah,
guys.
no, it was like, I
I
thought I had become desensitized to it. Nah. I think this is the episode where we screamed the most. If you ask Kyle, yes it was, because we kept him awake apparently while he was trying to sleep. Apparently. Allegedly. Allegedly. So yeah. So there's been some good videos.
Playing some Titanfall 2, I reckon.
Probably.
Oh god.
Probably ruining his mojo.
I don't want to talk about Kyle's mojo. But yeah, so that's that. Outside of that, I haven't really played anything else.
No.
Oh,
we
we
stuff
played-
ages ago. That was only just
I stand corrected. We did play a really, really long session of H1Z1, which
I'm really getting into that. Like, I'm actually really enjoying that.
well,
It's so much fun. Once you start for an afternoon session, it's hard to fucking stop.
there will be a video coming out of H1Z1. We
That
did record
afternoon that we started playing it, I don't know if it was obvious, but I really like H1Z1, but I did not want to play it.
Yeah.
Like, I was quite happy sitting upstairs watching TV,
Yeah.
but as soon as I come down, as soon as you start playing, like 20 minutes in and you're hooked.
But do you find...
Yeah.
I find that
Yeah.
with lots of things. It's like, it's always that effort of actually
getting
you into that mode, and then once you're out, most of the time you're like, you know what, I'm glad I have.
I find that it
There's
gets more
very-
and more prominent as I get older.
It's like
any
Minecraft.
video
Actually,
game, it takes
Minecraft's
so much time
another
to
one
get
in
me to wanna
which
play something.
I love Minecraft. Absolutely love Minecraft. But it's like, once I start
it's a
playing,
build-up.
it's one of those
It's a
games
warm-up.
where you just play and play and play, and then you go, oh, there goes 5 hours. You know? Like,
Yeah,
it's a
it's a build up. It's a build
oh,
up.
But the
definitely.
nice thing with H1Z1 at the moment, though, is all the, like, it's new to us.
So the video that we...
Minecraft, we played so much, we know, like,
So the video.
So we'll give H1Z1 a few months.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So the video that we're coming out is in Just Survive. I would like to do some King of the Kill at some stage too.
I mean, I'll happily do it, but competitive games is not really my nature.
Yeah, but if we work as a team, that's the only way we're ever. That's the only way we're ever going to bloody get any good at it.
Then again, it's saying that I love For Honor, so
Well, but it'll be similar to when, we come across a group of people in Just Survive, and it's us against them.
That's true.
In King of the Kill, it'll be us against
the
fucking world, and we'll die in the first 5
The good thing is...
That's actually a fair point.
The good thing is, up until, so H1Z1 will be the first PC game we'll be putting out. And that's primarily because not enough of us had PCs. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. Not enough of us had PCs that could cope with running any sort of game.
Yeah.
And recording as well. That's the problem.
Especially together, yeah.
Sean and I were running it on our laptops, which ran relatively fine. But if we tried to record it, our laptops would have exploded because they were running very hot by the end of it. Yeah. Just running that. So no, I've got a PC now, which is awesome.
Makes Curtis happy because that means he has friends.
Yeah. It doesn't mean I'm a PC gamer though.
It's just I don't have a lot.
And all those exclusives that we at least.
Oh, there's so many games that we've wanted to play, and it's like we can't.
Yeah,
or even when
even if they're early release or just something.
I mean, I know it's
something that's independent.
I know it.
H1Z1 will one day come out on console, but it seems like it's.
See, another game that I really want to play, and they've said it's going to come out on console, but it's currently PC only, is Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like there's only 3 of us at the moment.
My friend James is at the moment. He's playing that, and he's like a freaking god.
That game looks so fun, scary but fun.
And they've brought out from the videos I've watched, because I've only seen videos of it. But I went to his place, and they've brought out new characters, and there's all this DLC for it, and they look so.
Yeah, they brought out there's a nurse. That's...
And the nurse is hilarious. She's like a wraith, so she fades through stuff. And
and then she can only do it so far, and then she starts coughing up her guts.
Yeah.
They put in Michael Myers at one stage as well, and you know what? Out of all of it, that was the creepiest. I was watching a video, it was Achievement Hunter video, and it was like. They just pop up there and they turn around and he's standing in a window. I'm like, that is the creepiest shit ever. Forget all the weird, the nurse and the wraith and all these other ones that they've got in there. It's that's weird because it's just it's a human, but a creepy human with a butcher's knife. That's just nut. That's too realistic for my liking. But no, that's definitely something. So yeah, it gives us a chance that we can play some PC stuff as well.
When State of Decay 2 comes out.
Oh, that's
that's gonna be good.
Fantastic.
Fucking one of my favorite games.
I like Breakdown. Breakdown was pretty good.
Breakdown's so much fun. It being a single player game, just really depressing sometimes.
There's a lot of games that will be there'll be some good stuff coming out in the next couple of months because things like Splatoon will come out in July. Was it July? And there's a few other games that are coming out that we'll be able to play. Minecraft on Switch, that should be good.
Cool, but these are all multiplayer games that we've played before. I'm looking forward to this game that I've put a stupid amount of hours into it single player to finally getting to play with friends.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to be multiplayer now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And cross-play between Xbox and PC, so for 4 players, we'll have the stuff here needed to do 4-player co-op instead of...
So that's the other awesome thing with what we're able to do now, because even when we first started doing the entertaining diversion stuff, we were very limited to what we could do. And even a few months in now, whatever, and look, it's an ever developing thing. It's slow, but we're going to keep at it for as long as we've got the patience and I can be bothered editing things.
But for the most part, for Let's Plays, I have patience. I like doing Let's Plays, especially if it's a game I want to play. It's the podcasts that I
struggle with.
Never want to do and I never wanted to do.
Well, the podcast...
It's a similar thing to other games where I sit down and start it and I don't mind being here, I guess.
It becomes general conversation.
in defense of the podcast, this was the podcast was not planned to be on launch of our channel.
It wasn't, but it was your first idea. You came to me and you were like, we have this spare room, I'm thinking maybe you want to start doing podcasts, and then that was all it was going to be.
Yeah.
Didn't plan on being a channel or any of this stuff, and my first thought was, that sounds like the worst day of my life.
Honesty here at the entertainment.
But and look, we all right. Well, let's.
So I thought let's do Let's Plays, and then the podcast can be something down the track.
So yeah, we went down the.
Started doing a podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it was.
Was that the first thing that went out? A podcast?
Yeah, it was.
No. We put out Minecraft video.
Minecraft, that's right. Yeah.
We put out our
I
first
thought it went
Minecraft
straight
video.
away.
We launched. It went out January the 6th.
Absolutely the first thing we ever filmed was a podcast. It just never went out.
We know that was the test, and that footage unfortunately has been lost to the ether. I don't know where that went. Which is sad because sadly enough, it was probably one of our best podcasts. So you'll never know.
We have talent. We swear.
Minecraft went out and Overcooked.
That's right. I wasn't.
Overcooked went
never
out.
Played that game. Never ever played Overcooked.
I know. Yeah, but look, I'd love to go back to it at some stage. Or if they come, I'm sure there'll be a sequel. That game has done so well.
Well, I'll play it on Switch, I reckon. Because I wanted to play it on Vita and I never came to Vita. And it's on Switch, so I'll play it.
Because it was Sean and I, that's right. Yeah, so it was Overcooked. We put out Overcooked, we put out Minecraft, and then the podcast was all in like one bulk, you know. I mean, I've tried to sort of go with a bit of general rule of thumb that things go out Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. There are exceptions, like me being lazy and not editing stuff. But there's also been like the weekend that's just gone, we've put out 2 Mario Kart videos because Mario Kart came out on the Friday, and it's like, well, all right, we'll put one out Saturday, one out Sunday. Podcast always goes out on a Sunday, and I don't want to change that. It was really sad that I had to. This has been we had a big gap between our last one, and like it was a 3-week gap. Yeah. Because I just did not get the time to edit it. Like I was so busy with work, but.
So there's still a few Let's Plays we've recorded that haven't gone out, and I don't know if maybe you mentioned it to me and I was just ignoring it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a possibility, but did you ever bring up like how good the Goblet of Fire was doing views-wise?
I did.
Not a game I expected to get a lot of views.
I have to admit, no, see, it's weird. I spoke to Sean. Sean and I had a little business meeting.
Where were our invites?
Monday night, and it was like we were looking at the views and that, and because I was showing him that I put up channel art and whatever else, and then
nearly overtaken Resident Evil and snipper clips and things.
I was going to say at that, but it's only been the last few days. So but you know what I reckon it is, because one thing because you know I've gotten with the 21st century. Is that at the end of the video of our videos now you can click the subscribe button or you can click on videos like previous videos, and Goblet of Fire has been on that list on a few of our more recent videos, things like Mario Kart and that. So whether or not that's equated to getting more views, I don't know. I mean, I did notice it's had a sudden spike. It's doing really, really well. I mean, we're not huge numbers of views at this point, but our first few Let's Plays were very, very slow.
Jesus Christ!
And then all of a sudden we had a leap. Now we've stabilized, but our most viewed video was episode 4 of Minecraft. Still, I don't think anything's overtaken that yet. Which is the extreme floristry.
Yeah, this is the first time in a while I've scrolled through and just like looked at our videos we've put up like Curtis is doing now, and just like
I'm just like looking at like I could not believe that Space Channel 5
that's doing so well. And he's doing so well.
Why?
It's always the games we never expect.
So
Space
well.
Channel 5, Fast, RMX, Harry Potter, like all these weird ass games that.
I told you. No, when we hang on. When we recorded Space Channel 5, I said to you, I want this to be a good video. And you're just like, this is weird, this game is fucking wild. It's short video. I think that's the other thing.
They're too long sometimes.
It depends on the game. Like, Minecraft is still one of our most consistently viewed videos and the highest viewed video. But that's because Minecraft's popular.
But only more recently. Some of our earlier Minecraft ones aren't great.
But then
Minecraft didn't take off until the episode Extreme Floristry. Why did that fucking name? He was something like,
it's all
Floristry. All right.
Like,
hell yeah.
Like, I don't remember that being a strong Let's Play. I don't really remember it.
No, that was. I still reckon.
It was rather entertaining.
I was going to say, to this day, best Minecraft video we've done by far.
It was literally us just trying to like screw each other over. And
It was the session before Keelan came over that week.
It was just insane.
I was Scott.
We all lost our mind.
I think there was about half of us were like, "We'll take this seriously," and the other half was like, "Fuck it, we're going to ruin it for everyone."
Well, all right. So we're going down this path, and I'm going to take this rare opportunity where I'm allowed to talk about content.
Well, I figured we're kind of getting towards the end of the podcast, so let's just talk about.
Let's talk about what we've. So all right, it's been. So we launched start of January. We're now in May. So we've been going for 4 months roughly. What's been the highlight for you thus far, Matt? I know. I know what you're gonna say, but anyway. But
Maybe you know what am I gonna say?
No. I was just gonna say that. More or less, this is the bane of your existence. But anyway.
Specifically, but I couldn't think of anything. You asked me that question, and my mind was just like nothing. And then the Mario Kart was fun, but that was like the first exciting experience.
If you out of everything,
and these are the only things that get me out of the house. So like, that's my highlight.
So mine actually was the night that we did those GameCube recordings.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Only one of them have gone out yet, but so there's still more to come.
There's 2 others coming out at this point.
To be honest,
the night we did that was hilarious.
Although one of them I'm having some technical difficulties.
Even our most worst videos, I still have fun simply because it's just I get to converse with people.
I think
some of those Let's Plays we've done are hilarious.
Hilarious.
Those 4-player ones, like and snippet clips.
I was so disappointed I wasn't there for that one.
Oh, so
I was thinking 2 days ago we need to do another snippet clip, so maybe have a couple of different people.
It was you, me, Sean, and Kyle.
No, it was you, me, and Sean.
Oh, that's right, because you were controlling 2 characters. That's right. Yeah, that
Kyle
was brilliant. That was.
Kyle made an appearance. He walked.
That was so good.
Yeah, we need to do another one of those. That was just fucking hell.
For me,
who was in Fast RMX?
Me.
Yeah,
I've missed 1 video in total, I think.
The 2 of us and then Sean? No.
Yes, because Kyle hadn't played it yet and it wasn't Curtis. It was Sean.
Yep, okay.
And that was fun. That was good.
It was the chocolate conversation.
What conversation?
About Cadbury and
it was too.
Yowies and stuff.
That's right. We were talking about Yowies. Yeah, half the time the videos that we've enjoyed the most is not necessarily because the game has been it's been fun as well, but it's the bizarre conversations that spark from them. It's really odd.
Missed one video, so Helldivers.
Helldivers is the only video. This is why the audience just probably don't like me. I'm in everything.
Jesus
That way, and you know what?
Self-loathing?
No. In my defense, what was one of the first things I said to you when we first started going? All right, we're genuinely going to put this out on YouTube.
15th and 16th of May, we need to start recording some videos because you're busy those days.
Only on the evenings.
The 15th and 16th of May in the evening.
In the evening, we need to start recording some stuff.
But in all fairness, one of the first things I said when we actually got to the point where we were going to, because this was an ongoing conversation for like 12 months before we even remotely entertained.
And I was like, I was like the brakes of our whole thing. We wanted to do stuff, and I just had my fucking foot in the mud. And I was not.
But in your defense, best thing you did.
It was a good idea. Yeah.
Because it made us test things, it made us try things, it made us think about things differently. I think we would have been too much to begin with. It was like, oh, we love Rooster Teeth, we love Achievement Hunter, we love this. Let's be like them was the mindset, and it's like, but that's not doing something. I mean, I'm not saying we're different, but we are sort of, and I guess that's because we're different people, different dynamic, obviously. But it's like, the first thing I said was I don't want to be in every video, but at the moment it's like I'm kind of the driving force from the let's not be lazy standpoint. Yeah, it's like I'm the one usually humbugging. We've got to record something, and you're like,
so many ideas that I've got and I still haven't done, and the only one. I mean, Mario Kart was something I was pushing for, but you were there. The only one that I specifically pushed and then did without you was Helldivers.
Yes, and that was cool. I actually got great, and I'm disappointed that video didn't do well, because I liked it. Because I edit everything at this point, and it's like it was nice to sit back and actually, because I hate the sound of my own voice, believe it or not.
It is nice. Would be nice recording a video and
Because I'm so obsessively critical of myself, and it's really annoying. Like, oh god.
I want to do a few more videos that probably won't get a huge amount of views. I want to do PlayStation All Stars, like really soon. I want to do PlayStation All Stars just in case a sequel.
I'm on board for that,
And
even
then
though
I
I'm not
wanna
trying to
do-
be in videos, but I do want to play that.
I want to do GoldenEye on the PS3.
I'll
as
see.
well.
You're picking games that I want to be in. This is.
Yeah, I'll literally be in them. I'm sure you'll be there. You'll never not here. So. We need 4 people. Like they're the type of things where it's.
And that's where we're at. This is where we're at with this. Is that there's only 5 of us.
Yeah.
You know.
So if like Fast RMX, there could have been one more person, and we just left that corner blank. And
So that's one.
there should have been one more person.
That's why 9 times out of 10 I end up in a video anyway, because it's like, well, we need a few more people for these videos.
Bomberman, we still haven't done. I
Yeah,
bought
we
that
didn't do
game
it.
specifically to record. I've not played it yet.
That's
I
because
want the first time.
not that we were
play it to be
not that we were burnt out on the Switch, but we did so much content that week.
Well, the other thing was we kept delaying it to have specific people in it, and then it got delayed so much that we just never did it.
Never did. Yeah.
So that's still sitting here ready to be played.
Our podcast, despite your personal feelings on the podcast are doing quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one that really suffered really, really badly was it number 3, where the audio just ended up being an absolute nightmare. It just got so distorted. And it's a shame, because I remember that being highly entertaining. You were in that one.
No, that's why it was
yeah.
highly entertaining.
3 was the 4 is where it's really started picking up. So we need to do a let's play in Tetris when that comes out on the Switch.
Poya Tetris.
We'll just do Tetris. You can choose to do one or the other.
Oh.
But we'll do like a 4-player competitive match of Tetris. I think will just be fucking hilarious. Where you like complete the lines, and then when you complete a big chunk, the other person has them fucking all piled on top of theirs.
You know what else we should do? We should do like a cut and mash video of like Hitman.
Like the game.
The game.
Like, just
On
like,
PlayStation.
I love
Just like
the
because
look of
it
that.
basically all the missions in that are basically here's a scenario. Now kill this person.
Yeah.
That's literally all.
It's
You kill this
awesome.
person, do it however you want.
Oh,
It'd be
I've-
hilarious to see what we come up with.
I've watched
I've
it.
never played it.
I've watched a lot of those. I've never played it either, but I've watched all their videos that have gone up from, Achievement Hunter, Rooster Teeth and all that, and it was a fantastic game. It looks like so much fun. But
What's the type of thing where I don't particularly want to play it on my own, but for a video, like it'd be funny, like sitting with people and just like.
And if we,
trying to
and
accomplish it.
like I say, but instead of it being like a full 5 hours of us doing something,
Just
have it
like-
a cut and mash and see
I-
Do a really long recording and then just chop
chop
the
it,
shit
chop
out.
the
Yeah.
shit out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
agree.
and I think that's the other thing. I don't.
A king and a kill session would be good for that as well. When we
Chopping.
do H1Z1,
Record
king
for
and kill,
like
just chop
2 or
the
3
shit out.
hours and then just cut and then just stick them all together.
I
think that'd be awesome.
would say that would
There
suit.
you go, buddy.
So when are you learning to edit?
Never.
I actually
So,
have a friend,
should-
that,
see,
I actually
no,
have a
but see-
friend that can edit. Like,
Sure, I would love to hand the editing over to somebody else, because that is the bane of my existence with this. I love getting the end product, but I'm slowly learning new skills with it, because I'm not very basic to begin with.
Your forte.
And I didn't know anything about audio, didn't know anything about video, and we're slowly starting to improve upon that. And I've got realistic expectations that we're going to improve as we go along. Yeah, we'll wrap it up in the next 10. So like, the invisible person behind the. Why don't you just say shut the fuck up, Beazley? But yeah, no.
Because my eyesight's terrible.
I thought you were just staring
Not
at
trying
me.
to make a point, I still can't see it.
I can read that from here.
I cannot.
Although you're on a funny.
I got a text yesterday saying it's time for my next optometrist.
You aren't at the best angle either, I have to admit. I'm straight on at the moment.
I don't need to go see an
So, like, I want to... Same with Minecraft. I enjoy what we do with Minecraft, but the problem is I think we also take... Our best episode of Minecraft was the Florist one. And it's because we were ourselves.
I dried up wanting to play Minecraft very quickly. I wouldn't mind doing one on the Switch when that happens, just because I like playing the Switch.
I'd like to, even if it became like a once a month release.
Yeah, I could do with once a month.
But it's still something. I mean, we've got one sitting there that I got to edit yet.
That, and then wouldn't mind if we did battle, fucking
Tumble
and glide.
Yeah.
So that's easy done, and that doesn't even feel like playing Minecraft. And
No,
like
so
30-minute videos.
Yeah, we that's something I want to look at.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, the highlight for me has been it's really hard. I'm really critical of everything I'm in, which is really hard because I'm in all of them except one. But it's like Resident Evil's been a highlight for me. Probably episode 2 still of that has just that episode is just stupid. I'm not good with horror games. And you're in the background of that one.
I'm scared shitless of horror games.
Great game, like fantastic game, but yeah. Outside of that,
I want to do a video with somebody and what's that Wii U game? Project Zero, like the Maiden of Blackwater.
oh yeah.
That would be a fun video.
So there's lots of ideas. Whether or not we get around to half of them is another thing. But we do have some things we want to do. It's just and
I need to do that one with Curtis actually.
What's that one?
The Maiden of Blackwater on the Wii U. It's like Japanese horror, the scariest kind of horror.
Fine, I'll do it, but you'll see pee coming out.
That'll be
not coming out of my penis, but out of my eyes. That's how.
So
much pee.
shall I just I'll prepare like an in memoriam thing at the start.
I've made such a small amount of progress in that game because it just gives me the creeps so fucking much.
Oh really?
Have you watched The Grudge?
I won't even. I've never.
Have you seen The Grudge?
Yes, I have.
Oh my god, is
It's
it like
the scariest kind of movie for me for some reason just because it's set in Japan. It makes it so much scarier.
okay?
I don't know what it is.
Wow.
It's just
Because in Japan, no one can hear you scream.
Okay.
Because if
all those paper thin walls.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so many questions I have for that.
no, it's because when they hear someone scream, they assume it's because a cute girl's like saying something like cute.
Oh Jesus.
Love you, Japan.
On that note, I think we'll end it there. So yeah,
Goodbye.
This has been episode 8 of the Entertaining Diversion podcast. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you want to subscribe at the end of this video, you can just click the little button. There'll be a few other videos that we've put out as well.
Do it now.
It'll probably what's going out this week? Oh, Resident Evil is probably one of them that will go up, as in like to click to what we've watched. What have we watched? And Mario Kart maybe.
Yeah, Resident Evil, Mario.
And yeah,
There's another Resident Evil coming out soon.
There's a combination.
Just do 2 parts.
no, we only did one.
Resident Evil version Mario Kart. Next podcast.
We had some. No, we didn't have any technical difficulties. Why didn't we only record one?
Mate,
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway,
Blame Sean. It's Sean's fault. This is the Blame Sean
no, it's
podcast.
blame beep.
Beep. Oh yeah. Beep, beep, beep. Final count. Final count. Alright, so yeah. We'll see you next time.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.
Governor.